Welcome to Mobility Site Video.
Hey, good evening everybody. This is Chris Lightness, mobilitysite.com, and I've got a new phone to show you. It's the Samsung Instinct. Model number is SPH M800. It is on the Sprint network, Rev A, 3G, EVDO Rev A. Comes in this nice, solid, pretty box. I've already gone ahead and opened it and got everything out. I know somebody had mentioned that they like to actually see me unbox this stuff, but I couldn't wait, and I knew I wasn't going to get a chance, and I wanted to play with it a few days. Got a manual, another little subscriber agreement, product registration, CD, and like we had in our Sprint Palm Trio 800W box, we have a recycle bag for sending in your device, or I don't know, just your device, I guess. Maybe not your battery. Looks like device, yeah. Your old phones to give to kids or whatever. Recycle them somehow. I don't know. I thought maybe that was for your batteries, but no. Okay. Anyway, so I've already used this. This is the charge cable. Got a little proprietary connector there, and something else. We have a little case for it that came with it. I kind of like seeing companies throw a case out there with it, because if you don't want to blow the 40, 30, or 20 to 50 bucks on a real nice case, oops, I hit the camera button, that'll give you an opportunity to have something in the interim if you do want to blow that money. But anyway, so the next thing we have is a USB to that proprietary connector for the Samsung, which looks very similar to what is in the Blackjack or whatever, but I'm not sure. This is a micro SD bag. There's no micro SD. They give you a micro SD to SD converter, so you can throw your micro SD card, which actually came with it. I'm not sure if it's going to come with if it comes out of the box that way, or if it's just because this is a review unit, but you've got one, and they threw a 1 gig in here, so but it's under here. I'll show you that in a few minutes. What else did we get? We got a nice set of earbuds. This looks like a pretty solid set. Got the 3 tip ring and sleeve, all 3 the conductors there. So two-way. Anyway, showed you that. I'm not really thinking right now. Something that Samsung has done with like the Blackjacks and stuff that I really liked, they give you an extra battery, and this is a charger for your extra battery. Just slide that up in there, close it up, and connect your charger to it, and you can have a hot spare sitting there at all times. Something else in the marketing literature for this mentioned that they didn't compare it to the iPhone, but unlike the iPhone, you only can use your finger. You can actually use a stylus on this one. So this is the stylus that came in the box. I'm not going to open it because I don't really need it. But what we have here is the Samsung Instinct. It's a real nice touchscreen. I'm not sure the size of the screen. I don't really even want to try to guess. It's like 3 inches, or maybe it's 3.1. It's a 240 by 432 pixel, and the battery in it is a removable battery. You can slide it out, but I'll show you that in a minute. So we have here, you've got your indicators and so forth. You've got your earpiece here, lock switch there on the top, a standard earbud. Unlike some of the where you actually have to use the charge sync port, this one has its own headset port. A little lanyard connector there. This is your charge sync port here. Volume up and down. Nothing else down there. Got your microphone right there. Your camera button, which is pretty cool. You press it once, and it's camera. Get out of there. If you press it and hold it down, right to camcorder. That is pretty slick. I like that. This is your multifunction button. You can do like voice recognition. I don't really want to do that. So, and here's your micro SD slide, like I said. On the back, you've got a 2 megapixel camera with a little vanity mirror, and I always hate doing this. Slide that out, and there's your battery. It's not as hard as I made it look. But oh, did I mention this is the lock and power? See, it says, oops, to unlock, press and hold the power lock key. Bam, there you go. So anyway, let me get some of this junk out of the way, and I'll take you on a little quick tour of the, before I show you the OS, I wanted to show you the, this is a set of premium Zoom earbuds, and that earphone, or, headphone connector that I was telling you about is right there. Just a standard size. So, and that covers up to keep dust out right there. And I wanted to show you the device alongside some other similar devices. Well, obviously, a lot of people compare it to the iPhone, so we'll see if it looks like the iPhone. Very similar. The iPhone's got a bigger screen. It's a little more vibrant. They both are touch screen, and they're both pretty solid feeling. So the height is about the same. The width is just about the same, and a little thinner on the side there. What we have here, we've got the LG View, very similar. I got a battery problem there. Not problem, but it's just not charged, which is a problem. About the same size there. What else do we got? We got the, this is going to be a little thicker, obviously, because it's got the keyboard here. This is the Samsung Glide on Verizon, and it's touchscreen as well. Really nice. There you go. What else do we have here? Some other common devices out there. The BlackBerry Pearl, and the Palm Centro. This is the AT&T version, but Sprint and everybody else has one too. And some hot phones on the Sprint network if you're deciding between this and some other Sprint devices. This is Samsung Ace. It's been out a little while, and it's about the same thickness. Obviously the Ace has the QWERTY keyboard on the front there, and the just released, which this wasn't released too long ago, but the Palm Trio 800W, also with a full QWERTY and running Windows Mobile instead of any other OS, which this is pretty much its own little proprietary OS, what I call a feature phone. So, but anyway, we will take a look at the OS here in just a second. Okay, we've already showed you the things up here, and up top is the power button, so we're going to turn it on here and see that come up here. Won't take but a minute. Well, not even a minute, but anyway, so yeah, this is a touch screen. It's got 82p or A2DP, which is stereo Bluetooth, 2 megapixel camera. You got a micro SD card slot, so you can add additional storage memory. It's just a basic phone. It's got a 1000 milliamp hour battery, which seems to be sufficient so far. I didn't have any problems. First night I thought I was going to have a little bit of a problem, but didn't work out. So one problem we have here right away for me is I don't have very good Sprint coverage out this way where I live, so I'm not going to be able to show you all the features. As you can see up here, I really don't even have any bars. It's coming and going. So, but turning on, it comes up to speed dial. If you want to add a speed dial, you gotta, it'll bring up the contact list here, but I don't have any contacts, so we can't show you that. But you just tap to add. Then you got your contact directory, which, like I said, I don't have any of. History, recent calls. I've reset the device. So, and here's the dial pad. Just like anything else, you can use your finger or use a stylus, either one. And this is the back button. Well, let's just hit the home button and get out of here. Alright, when you hit the home button, you've got these 4 tabs down here. And I've added a few things to my favorites, calculator, music, just to show that you can add it. You just click here, find something you want to add. Let's say we want to add an application, a main application. We want to add email. Now email's there, so that's your favorites tab. And then you got your main menu here, which basically is what you just saw there. And you got settings, notes, voicemail, messaging, calculator, clock, calendar, navigation, and email. Navigation is the Verizon Sprint the Sprint navigation. I said Verizon, excuse me. And it's, you know, a paid service. You got to log in and all that good stuff. And, you know, I'm not going to do that, obviously, just for demoing the phone. Messaging. Compose a new message, blah, blah, blah. You can do a picture mail or a text message. So, get back out of there. Email. You're not going to do push or anything with this. You've got some carriers that you can use, and you go through this setup. And you know, stuff like Yahoo and Hotmail and so forth. I've got a calculator, which is just your basic old calculator. 5 times 5 equals 25. So what else do we got here? Notes. You can take some notes here. You can add here, and then you get there, and that kind of looks like iPhone-ish right there, doesn't it? Doesn't feel as good. There's some feedback. You feel a vibration just like you do with the View and the Glide. You get some vibration as you're, you know, just kind of feedback that you're doing something. You can turn that on or off in the settings as well. Calendar, you set events and stuff in your calendar. Clock, here's your alarm, your timer, your stopwatch, and your world clock. And you can look here. Guam. What's kind of neat is if you look closely here at that world map there, when I click on Chicago, it pinpoints Chicago. It's kind of neat. And there's Guam way over there. I was stationed there for 3 years. Loved it. When I was in the military, U.S. Navy. Your timer, you've got a little timer here where you can do, you know, like a countdown to something or whatever. Stopwatch with a little split. You just hit start. Lap time, whatever. You can keep up with your laps and whatever if you're walking or running or whatever, but I don't think you really want to carry this phone when you're running, huh? Your alarms, you can set up alarms. Most of this is basic. Then you got your fun stuff. Radio, which is Sprint radio. It's not an FM tuner. TV, video, you can't load. As far as I know, you may be able to, but I was not able to, you know, load up with videos and stuff that of my own. You've got to download those from the Sprint store. And let's see here. It's pretty slow because I'm on a 1X connection that's in and out. So there's a lot of demos that I'd love to show you that I can't. Here's one that I can though, because I have some music. I just put an album on this micro SD card just to show you how that worked. So let's see here. Come on. I don't like how slow it is though. That's not boding real well with me. Alright, so we've got, see, it's scanning the card, updating the music, and it found one artist, which happens to be Nickelback. And album's The Long Road. And we can do this, and wow, there you go. If you had some album art, it would show right there, but I ripped this from my own CD and did not take the time to get the album art. So let's turn it up here. It's not a bad speaker on it if you just wanted to sit it on your desk and listen to it or something, but anyway, it's not that bad at all. Obviously it would sound really nice with your headphones, which I'd had in there a few minutes ago. Then you have your camera, and the camera is a 2 megapixel camera, and it's pretty basic. Something pretty cool though. Oops, I just took a picture. Fuzzy picture warning. Did you see that pop up? That's kind of neat. It kind of tells you that you're not going to have a good picture, and you can maybe abort that picture and, you know, line it up a little better. Then you have camera, my photos. If you took pictures, and you know, we just took one with the camera, so you can actually see that, although it's not that good because it was an accidental picture. So anyway, shopping, this brings you to a web browser, and you can buy ringtones or whatnot from the store. It's going to be excruciatingly slow. I'm not going to make you sit through that. Just trust me, it's just an app, you know, like ringtones and backgrounds and junk like that from the store. Okay, oh, there we go. Back to fun. We've got games and apps. They've got you loaded up with a bunch of demos, stuff like Bejeweled. And you see it's thinking a little bit there. It's not a bad phone at all, though. I mean, it really feels good, and especially when you can grab it for $129 right now, that's not a bad deal at all. Online, you can get a $250 instant off and a $100 mail-in rebate. So we can start this trial here, and yeah, everybody's played Bejeweled before. Oops. So there you go. Anyway, let's get out of there. Yes, I want to exit. I want to go back, and that's it. And if you wanted to add anything else, like they've got some MySpace application, photo bucket, stuff like that, you could add it to that as well. And then you have your web director, or your web tab, which is the web browser, live search, weather. Weather's pretty neat. I don't think I'm gonna have a good time showing you this either, because that old connection thing. But we'll see here. It's updating weather in my town, and yeah, I don't have hardly any signal in this office, so I think I'm going to just abort it, and you'll have to trust me on that. So, and then you got sports, and they're all the same. Entering digital roam service area, so I'm hitting Verizon's towers anyway. So that is basically it. I didn't really go over this, but you got your battery indicator there, your time there. This is your volume. This is all about the carrier. You know, what kind of a connection you have. These little arrows here, if you can see that, have a little animations depending on what they're doing. And then you got your your tabs here. You got your dial menu here, and you got 4 more tabs on your dial menu. Obviously this is the one I'm going to use the most on this particular phone. And your back button, your home button, and your call button, and that's about it, guys. It's a pretty nice phone. It's definitely not the iPhone. I hate to say it. Sorry about that. Verizon or Sprint and Samsung. Samsung makes some great devices, but this falls a little bit short of the iPhone in quality, speed, everything. You can't do push email. You can't add your own applications to it like you can with the new software on the iPhone. And there's a lot of shortcomings I don't like. There is a full HTML browser. It's a full QWERTY on-screen keyboard. The touchscreen is magnificent. It's really soft to the touch, feels real good. The device in itself feels really nice in the hands. When you're holding that up to your head, you're not rubbing your ear and your face all over the screen because your earpiece is up here. The camcorder seems to be pretty nice. It's only 2 megapixel, but I mean, what do you expect? So, but anyway, it's a great phone. Like I said, it's on Sprint, and you can get it for $129 online right now. Don't really know exactly what you're going to pay in the store, but I think it's going to be $229 in the store. So, you know, you might, if you're a Sprint customer, you might think about this one here. This is a pretty fast device. I'm not trying to sell that, and I'm sorry to Samsung, but I prefer Windows Mobile. But we're giving this a try, and I've used it, and I really do like the way, I mean, it's got a great receiver. The call quality sounds awesome, and that's about all. I mean, it's just a really fancy phone. So anyway, ChrisLikenessMobilitySite.com. Have a good evening.